everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got a yoga for lower back pain. So this is just going to release any tension in the lower back and kind of the hip area. So it's going to be a shortish flow so that you can do it whenever you have these sensations of tension, or if you are in bed and it's hurting, you can just get up and do this flow and hopefully it'll start to release some of the tension and make you feel a little bit more open and hopefully in less pain. So we're going to come to a narrow leg child's pose. Just have your arms out long by your side and our forehead's going to come down to the mat. And we'll just take a few moments to ground here. Already feeling the lower back open up as we sit in this arched back position. Slowly, with ease, releasing out of the pose, just coming to hands and knees position on the mat, and we're going to just work through some cat-cows here. So we'll come to a cow, chin coming up to the sky, tailbone going up to the sky, and then we'll round into cat. And back to cow, just really loosening up the spine here. Back to cat, into cow, cat, cow one last time, back to cat, then we'll come to neutral and we'll push up into a downward facing dog. I want you to come up really high onto the toes to start with, bend those knees, push deep into the knees and lower those heels towards the mat. We're going to shift our weight forward into plank just to come through knees, chest, chin. So knees to the mat, chin to the mat, chest to the mat, untuck the toes, wave the body forward, push those hands forward and push up into a cobra. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So we're inhale, exhale, making sure that we're elongating the spine, rolling our shoulders down the spine. Inhale again, exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. And then we'll lower back down and we'll push back through to a child's pose, so a wide leg child pose. And then we'll push up to a downward facing dog. We're going to come straight into a three-leg dog, so maybe shifting that left foot to the middle of the mat, right leg coming up to the sky, bending through that right knee. This should be a nice deep hip opener. Hip openers release the lower back. Bring that knee to nose, place it in front, in between your hands and push up to a high lunge. Keeping our hips nice and square here as we power up through the arms. Then we're going to twist our body round to the right and open our arms out long. Twisting our lower body, which we don't often do, so this will be really good for releasing the tension here. Frame the front foot, step back to a downward facing dog. Then we'll do the same on the other side, so pushing that right foot into the ground, left leg coming up to the sky, bending through that left knee, three-leg dog. Again, opening, nice deep opening of the hip. Knee to chest, place it in between the hands, power up through the legs, come into a high lunge. Again, do this little self-adjust, making sure our hips are square, pointing forward, arms coming up to the sky, and then we're going to twist to the left. So opening our bodies over to the left side, arms coming out long, And again, feeling this twist of the lower body, which we don't often do in daily life, so this will be releasing lots of tension. Bring all those hands to the front, step back, downward facing dog. We're going to walk our feet in here to come to seated on the mat. Then we're going to lie on our backs and hug our knees into our chest. We're just going to take a moment here to massage out the spine, and the lower back I mean. And so just wiggle from side to side, maybe making gentle circles with the hips and just feeling into any areas of tension, maybe feeling the sound of knots in the back of the spine, back of the lower body, lower back, and just really taking a moment to kind of get all these niggles out. And then place those feet on the mat, firmly rooting down. Now we want our toes to be pointing slightly inwards and our fingertips to be touching our heels, and we're going to come and do some hip lifts here. So we're going to power through those feet, engage our glutes to push our hips up to the sky. So we'll do 5 of these. So we'll push up for 1 and lower, 2 and lower, 3, lower, 4, lower, 5 and lower. Now we're going to hug our knees in for a moment, and then we're going to bend our feet 90 degrees and then just bring our right foot and place it on top of our left knee, coming into a lying down pigeon. So here we want both our feet to be flexed because this protects the knees. Our right knee is pushing away from the body whilst everything else is coming towards the body. So I want you to grab behind the left thigh, or if you're a little bit more flexible then you can reach for the left knee and do this variation, but again making sure that the right knee is going out, so sometimes it is easier just to have them on the back of the thigh. Keeping those feet flexed at all times and really feeling into that right hip flexor here. Unhook those legs and bring these into the chest and simply switch sides. So bending that left knee, so the left foot is going onto the right knee. The left knee has got the sensation of pushing away from the body, both feet firmly flexed, and then pulling the rest of the body rest of the legs towards the body. So either hooking the arms around the back of the right thigh or around the right knee. Just making sure that left knee is pushing away from you, so you get this deep opening of the left hip flexor. And release. Now we're just going to rock and roll up the spine, just releasing any tension throughout the back, and then we're going to rock up to forward fold. So rock back, use the momentum, push up into a standing forward fold. We're just going to really hang here and just stay in a static fold, feeling really loose and buoyant here. So our feet hip width distance. We're going to clasp each elbow with each hand and just hang down here in ragdoll. You can add gentle movement side to side if you would like to, or just stay static, really use it, feeling the gravity pull you down towards the mat and really releasing this lower back. To get deeper, you want to engage the top of the thighs, pull them up to the body, and then your rest of your body will fold deeper into the posture. place those hands on the mat, step back into a plank. Lower the knees to the mat, the chest to the mat, the chin, untuck the toes, wave the body forward, push up into our cobra, maybe getting a little bit deeper into this one. Inhale as we elongate the spine, and exhale, melt those shoulders back down the spine. Lower the body down, push up to a downward facing dog. Going to come to a three-leg dog again, so lift that right leg up to the sky, bend through the hip. Bring our knee to our chest, place it in between the hands, and we're going to come to a low lunge. So bending through that back knee, lifting those arms up to the sky, pushing into those hips. Now we're going to push our hips back and we're going to come into a half split pose. So here we want to come onto the heel of that right foot, toes flexed pointing up to the sky. We want our hips to be square, so to make them square we want to have the sensation of the left hip pulling round to the front of the mat and the right hip pulling to the back. And this will just encourage us to square the hips, because the tendency is to just kick that bum out to the side and we're not really doing it properly. So you might have the knee bent here and that's fine, or we're going to lower the chest. So we're going to pull our hips, we want to pull our hips into the midline, our legs into the midline, and then lower that body down towards the mat. Release, come into this low lunge, and then we'll firmly place those hands on the mat, step back to a downward facing dog, and then we'll just do the same on the other leg. So lifting that left leg all the way up to the sky, bending that knee, bring that left knee to in between the hands, lower the back knee and lift your hands up to the sky, shining that heart up, squaring these hips. And then we'll shift the weight back and come into our half split on the left side, so left toes pointing up towards the sky, hips are square, so again that sensation of the left hip pulling back towards the mat and the right hip pulling towards the front of the mat. Maybe having a bend in the knee, if you can't get it straight, that's absolutely fine, or maybe coming into that forward fold, getting deeper into the posture. Lunge, arms come up to the sky. Lower those hands on the mat, step back to our downward facing dog. Maybe just shaking out those legs a little bit, so walking from left to right, bending the left knee, then bending the right knee, feeling light and buoyant again. And then we'll just walk our feet into the middle of the mat, so then we can sit down, and then we'll lie on our backs again. We'll just have our left leg out long, our right knee is going to come into our chest, and we're just going to rock from side to side with the knee, just feeling the right hip flexor open up a little bit more. And then we'll bring it over to the left, coming into a supine twist. So shift those hips over to the right. Right knee comes down to the left side of the mat. Arms come out to cactus or T-shape, whatever you have space for. Shift your head over to the right side. Maybe hearing some cracks down the back of the spine. That's absolutely normal. And you can use your left hand to assist the right knee closer down to the mat, just to get a little bit of a deeper opening throughout the back. With every inhale, elongating the spine, and every exhale maybe getting a little bit deeper into the twist. We'll release this, come back through center. Hug that knee in one last time, then let it go all the way up to the mat. Then pull in the left knee to the chest, hugging that shin towards you. Maybe making some gentle rocks from side to side if this feels nice. Make some little circles. And then we'll shift those hips over to the left. Left knee comes over to the right. Arms come out to T or cactus shape. Gaze over that left arm. Maybe using that right hand to assist that left knee closer to the mat. And again, with every inhale, elongating that spine, and every exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Releasing that, pulling the left knee into the chest one last time. And then we'll just lower everything down to the mat. And we're going to take a different variation of Shavasana here. So we're going to bend our knees and our feet on firmly rooted on the mat, hip width distance. And just let those knees melt in to touch and rest against one another. Palms still facing up, chin towards chest. This variation just opens up the lower body, the lower back, and just makes more room, so your back can lie completely flat on the mat. So this is really good for people with lower back problems. So this is always an option in any Shavasana, maybe taking this variation if you feel that that's what your body is needing today. So maybe choosing to stay here a little bit longer today, or if not, then closing up the session with me. So bring the knees into the chest, maybe just wiggle from side to side. Fall over to one side using our arm as a pillow. And then gently with ease, push yourself back up to seated or kneeling posture, whichever is more comfortable for you today, or maybe sitting up on a pillow. And we'll do a couple of releasing breaths together. So inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you everyone again for flowing with me today. I hope you are feeling a little less tension in your lower back and just feeling a little bit more ease and refreshed in general. Yes, so as always, thank you for flowing with me, and I will see you guys on the mat very soon. Bye.